Kelly Rippin, welcome to the Cincinnati People video blog, and
Thank you.
welcome back to Cincinnati.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be back in Cincinnati?
You know, when I came over the Cut in the Hill on my way in, my very long drive in, I got that feeling of like goosebumps just seeing the city. And all of my other jobs, I've had this feeling of anxiety and am I making the right decision? Is this the right place for me? And when I came across that hill, it was just, this is right. This actually feels right. And I'm happy to be here. It's such a wonderful city. So I have been loving going back to all my favorite old haunts and then checking out all of the new stuff too.
Great.
There's a lot of new.
Well, it's great to have you back. So what have you been doing the last few years?
Last few years, so I went to Nashville from Cincinnati, and then from Nashville down to Orlando. I was only in Orlando about a year and a half, so when this opportunity came up and I saw it, I thought, this is probably the right time. I probably need to get back up a little closer to my family and to my friends. And so once I saw it open, I said, let's do this, let's go.
So newly engaged.
Newly engaged.
So wedding for next year.
Wedding for next year, yeah. I kind of waited to do everything in life all at one exact time. Engagement, new job, possibly buying a house. So things have been very calm, very cool, very relaxed around my world. But it's all good stuff, so I can't complain.
And most importantly, how's Penny the dog?
Penny the dog is wonderful. She is currently at her grandparents' home. So she has not been back in Cincinnati yet, but I know, and it'll be fun for me to see because I got her here. Like this was her home. So it'll be really fun to have her back here and go visit all the places that we used to again. I think she will be very excited to have 4 seasons again.
So are you ready to play 10 questions with Kelly Rippin?
10 questions, let's hope so.
Okay, you ready for the hot seat?
Let's go.
Okay. What did you miss most about Cincinnati?
The people. The people care here, and not that they don't care in other places, but there is a certain group of people that live in the tri-state that they care about their neighbors, they care about what's happening across the river, they want to know the news and they want to know what's going on in their community, and I have missed that and almost didn't realize that I didn't have it anymore until I left. So it's so good to see that again and to have people interacting again. So I would have to say the people.
Okay. What's the first thing you ate upon your return to Cincinnati?
I'm only like a few ticks into my list of foods here in Cincinnati. Barbecue. I mean, I lived in Nashville, which has pretty good barbecue. Cincinnati still has the best barbecue.
What's your go-to?
Eli's has been my go-to, although I went to Lucius Q, and that's a nice spot. It's got a cool vibe, and the line wasn't as long as sometimes it is at Eli's, so I am a big fan. I'm gonna be going back there again.
Good. So what's changed the most in Cincinnati?
There's a lot of growth. There's a lot more stuff going on. FC Cincinnati is probably the biggest change that has happened since I've been here. But just all of the revitalization, it has continued. It has spread like crazy. It was already happening when I left, but it's in every neighborhood now. It's not just in OTR. It's not just in some of the more trendy neighborhoods. It's happening as the city just grows out, which is definitely a cool thing to see.
So I'm sure you get this all the time. What time do you get up in the morning to go to work?
Great question. Right now I'm getting up at about 1:50 in the morning.
1:50, not 1:45, not
1:50, yeah. I don't know why I settled on that. I think because if I do 1:45, I'll snooze to 1:55. So 1:50 forces me out of bed. That will change. As I get into a better pattern, it will become 2, 2:10, 2:15. I don't have to wash my hair today, 2:20. Like I'll start to push it back. I know myself.
And what about weekends? Do you sleep in?
No. I'm a morning person. I like the mornings. I like to be up. Last weekend I was up, I came down to the riverfront, I ran the riverfront, I walked over the Roebling Bridge, I walked back. I like being out and seeing everything before everybody else is awake. It's very enjoyable, it's quiet, good reflection time. So no, I don't sleep in very often.
Where's your favorite place to take Penny, the dog, for a walk?
We loved Mirror Lake. That was kind of our spot when we first lived here. So we'll probably do the Eden Park, Mirror Lake loop a few times again. Hopefully she won't jump in Mirror Lake, which she has been known to do.
What has been your favorite all-time interview?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Favorite all-time interview. I don't know if this was the favorite, but probably the most memorable and the one I got the most feedback, actually probably from my friends here in Cincinnati. I had the water skiing squirrel that is often at many of the water shows, the boat shows. The water skiing squirrel peed on my head during not a live interview, thankfully, but during a taped segment. And that would have to be one of the things that goes down as the more ridiculous moments that has happened in my career.
Oh, that's a good segue. What does Randy Rico do on a daily basis to make you laugh?
Randy is like the Energizer Bunny. I don't know how she does it. Randy's good with the quick comments and reactions, which some of us aren't at that hour in the morning, but she always catches you by surprise, which is perfect for the morning because when you're not paying attention and you need somebody to kind of perk you up, she's the one that's going to do
Here comes
it.
a Rico zinger.
She just comes through with it.
Okay, so what's your go-to spot in Cincinnati to take visitors?
Oh, that's a really good question. My favorite spot in Cincinnati or the tri-state area is the docks. They're not even docks. What are they? They're like the lookout points over in the Covington, right off of the main drag. So between all the hotels, I always drive between all the hotels where there's always a couple random people like lined up there. Sometimes people are fishing. That's my favorite spot because you can see just the most perfect view of the Cincinnati skyline. And if there's a beautiful sunset, it's the absolute best spot.
And lastly, perhaps most importantly, have you met Fiona?
I have not met Fiona. It is on my list. I am waiting for my fiance, although I don't really care soon if he's here or not. I'm gonna go without him. And there are so many zoo babies. There are so many zoo babies. Fiona, I got my coworker in Nashville a Fiona t-shirt. That's how hooked we have been on Fiona, even when I wasn't living in Cincinnati.
She's an international sensation.
I follow the Fiona show. I mean, she is on my list. She's the top of my list.
Yeah.
That might happen this weekend.
So we'll catch you on WLWT News 5, Monday through Friday, starting at 4:30 a.m.
4:30 to 7, Monday through Friday, WLWT. We got a fun crew. They're good people. They're wonderful people and very talented people here. So
Well, thank you, Kelly, for being on the Cincinnati People Hot Seat.
thank you. Thank you, thank you.